Okay. Hi. I hope you guys can hear me. We have Nick and Alex behind the camera, Nick's sister, and Nick Kreticos is joining me tonight. And here, can you? And he is going to make some bows, and I'm going to send it over to Nick and let him get started.
Hi everyone. Yes, Nick Kreticos of Nick Seasonal Decor with Alex behind the
I'm
camera
not
tonight.
hearing anything.
So I do apologize for the technical difficulties, but we are live. So hopefully you guys can see us and hear us okay. But we're gonna do
Thanks.
kind of like a
No.
blend of
Oh,
non-seasonal and seasonal and summer bows. So
can Nick? Is
let's get
Nick there?
started.
Is he hearing? I'm not hearing him.
Uh, Hello.
I see that
So
I'm
he's going
live.
ahead with the
We're
projects. Okay, cool. Mute me.
Hi Joe. Hey Sharon. So days we had freezing days, we've had rainy days, we've had every single
we went through all four
all
seasons
four
in one
seasons
week.
in 1 week. But I just cut a length of our wire. I like to cut it about 20, well, about 20 inches. Let's see exactly so you guys can see. Oh, exactly 20. Look at that. So about 20 inches on each side. So about a 40-inch piece of wire. And the first thing I like to do is I like to place that right in the middle of the Bowdabra. So are you able to see any comments on your
I
end?
am not,
You are not.
unfortunately.
Okay.
I wish I could. Hello, everyone.
Everybody, A, be nice to me, right? And B, let me know where you're watching from. I don't think we actually need these then, right? I don't know if Sandy's able to pop in. I don't believe so. I'm just going to remove mine because I find it easier to hear. But we're going to start with this yellow ribbon. So this is just a 2.5-inch yellow ribbon. All of the ribbon, actually, not all of the ribbons. One ribbon we're going to use tonight is not wired. And I thought it would be a nice way to show you guys how to make a bow using that. But we've already placed our wire in place. Now we're going to take our yellow ribbon. And what you can do is you can cut these pieces ahead of time, or you can do what I like to do, which is to cut them as I work in each piece. So I'm going to show you guys with one piece ahead of time. We're going to just pinch, creating about a 3.5, 4-inch loop with two tails on either end. Delia is here. There might be an echo without my mic though, right? I think. So I'll just put it back in just in case. So can you guys hear me and see me okay? But what you're going to do is create a bunch of these. So this is the funky bow, and it's one of my favorites. And Dad is actually here, and it is Dad's favorite bow. But I love it because you're going to use scraps. So, if you only have a yard or so of each ribbon, you can pile in 3 or 4 different styles into a bow and call it a day and have something really pretty to show for it. So what I like to do is I like to take my ribbon, place or, extend the amount that I want as a tail, pinch my ribbon completely around, and then work it into the Bowdabra. I find it easiest to do this, but like I did show you guys initially, and we've shown you here on Bowdabra in the past, you can definitely have those pieces pre-cut. But this is just another way of achieving that beautiful outcome. Then we'll cut our tail.
I love this yellow. It's so bright.
Isn't it? And we were looking high and low for this ribbon earlier, so it's nice that I have the final roll of it. Hi, Donna. Nice to see you. So as always, Bowdabra is giving away a free roll of scrunchy ribbon during our live or at the end of our live. So make sure to let us know where you're watching from, and you could be our lucky winner. And just quickly before I forget, Sandy was going to make the announcement, but Sandy will be live directly after this one, and she will be giving away a free Bowdabra tonight. Okay. So far we have 3 loops. Hey, Becky. Thank you guys for sharing. Let's see if we can hit 100 live viewers. Coming back in with another piece. And one thing I mentioned to Dad earlier, Alex, but we forgot to stop is Walmart. So I need to get a stool here so I don't look like I'm sitting. I mean, I'm short, you guys, but not this short.
Yeah, you look mini in
I
this.
look mini. Hey, Catherine from West Virginia. We just hit 100 live viewers. So we have 2 loops, 2 loops. Let's finish it off with one more loop on this bow. So a total of 5 loops, 10 tails. Each loop gets 2 tails. So again, to show you guys the original method, just create a little awareness ribbon in your hand, snip it off, and place it directly inside the Bowdabra. So here is the wand. I want to show you guys because I forgot to show you last week. So this does come with every Bowdabra, and you can find your Bowdabras and wires from nickseasonaldecor.com. But we're going to take this and we're going to place it right in the middle and then compress. So I usually just use my hands, right? So I just compress my ribbons. I never have these overflowing, but come later this year, August or so, I'll start showing you guys some Christmas tree toppers, and that's when you really fill out your Bowdabra. So then what I did is I just took the wire, pulled it through, and now it's kind of partially secured. So it's secured enough to walk away, but it's not permanently secured. So now we're going to take those wires, tighten it really tight, flip it over, and tie from behind. The magic number for this is 3 knots to ensure that it's not going anywhere. Hey, Velkis. There we go. So Robert's from Norton, Massachusetts. I feel like that's not too far away, right?
No, not
An
too
hour or
far.
so,
About an
not too
hour.
bad. So now is kind of the time to really take your bows to the next level. So oftentimes when you go to the stores, not always, but oftentimes you'll find these blunt edges, and we don't want that. We want to fold our tails in half and cut from the middle out towards the wired edge at an angle. Catherine says, love the Bowdabra, so easy to make bows with. Yes, so if you struggle with bow making, this is really handy because it holds all of your ribbons in place, and you can make some beautiful bows using it. So I'm just going to dovetail all of those tails, and notice that some of these tails are shorter. Like this one is much shorter than this one, and in the end, it's still going to look beautiful. Southport, North Carolina in the house. We have Barbara from Indiana, Louisiana, Texas. Okay, 3 tails left. Lavelle is from Florida. We talked on the phone earlier this morning,
We
Lavelle, which
did.
was a true pleasure. Hey, Sandra, nice to see you. And I see we have over 120 viewers. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. So this is our last week here on Bowdabra for this month. And then we have 2 Mondays next month. I'm the wrong person to ask that. So we will have those on the calendar this week, and you guys will be able to see exactly when we'll be live for the next few months. So now it's time to fluff. I think I dovetailed them all. Oop, I missed one. I missed watching from Maine, Liverpool, Texas, Albuquerque, New Mexico. Yeah, who wants to win a free roll of scrunchy ribbon? So look, only 5 loops, 10 tails, you're able to create such a pretty bow. So it doesn't really require a whole lot, and you're able to do a lot with just a little bit of ribbon. So with wired ribbon too, it holds its shape and its place perfectly. Look at how pretty. Thumbs up. What do you guys think of that?
Oh,
Now I hear an echo.
yes. I believe
Somebody's mic's on. Hi, Ann. I miss having you like every Monday night. I know, Jerry.
Oh, Sandy?
All right, so we do hear somebody on Bowdabra's end. All right, so that is that. So thank you guys for watching. I know there's a little background noise right here, but we're going to carry on and continue making bows. So here is the Bowdabra. Again, for those of you just tuning in, there's my wire. There it is. We're going to cut a length of this. This is the gold wire.
Give you your spot back.
Sandy, we can hear you.
Oh.
You can hear us right now. Sorry, everyone.
Sorry, guys. All right, so place another length of wire. Sorry for the echo, you guys. Yeah, Bowdabra just commented.
Okay.
There we go.
Thank you.
Thank you. So now we're going to continue. Sorry about that. So now we're going to use this monarch ribbon. So this was a really popular one a few weeks back. And now let's do, last week we did kind of a 3-2-1 bow. I think that's what they're called. Tonight we're going to do something a little bit different. We're going to do a traditional bow, which is my personal favorite. So we're going to start by dovetailing our tails. New Mexico, Texas is here, Northern Kentucky. I know, Melissa, I know. That calendar will be updated. It's been a little while since we've updated it. So it's not on your end, it's definitely on our end, but we will get better with it. So just starting to make wreaths, says Lucy from San Antonio, Texas. So Lucy, welcome. And just starting out with making wreaths, I just want to apologize in advance because it can become very, very addictive. So Lucy, you're in it now, right? So once you make your first wreath, it's all downhill or uphill, depending on the way you look at it.
Welcome.
Welcome. So we're gonna take this ribbon. Its back, the back is up. Here's the front side. We're gonna place it like that with the back side facing up, and then we're gonna start making loops. So this has monarchs with open wings, kind of fluttering throughout, and I think it's so, so pretty. And all we're gonna do, that's why traditional bows are, such a staple in my shop, is because it's all repetition. We created 2 loops, we're gonna do a bunch more. The more loops you have, the more full your bow is gonna be. So we always get questions on Nick's seasonal decor. Nick, how many loops do I need to make, in my bow? And the answer really depends on what you're creating. If you're doing a Christmas wreath or a Christmas to 5 on each side, if you're doing something that's for spring or summer and you kind of want it like, more light and airy, do less. You could do 3 or 4 on each side. There really is no rule set in stone as to how many loops you need. The more you practice with bow making, you can take one roll of ribbon and just continue making, the same bow over and over again, cutting off the wire and redoing it. But the more you practice with it, the more comfortable you'll be making your bows. So right here we have 4 on this side. We have 3 on the other. Let's do 1 more on this side. And now we have 4 loops on each side. Cindy said Connecticut. Welcome, Cindy. I see we have over 150 of you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Pull that wire to the middle, and we're going to tie it off. So take those wires, pull them really tight, and tie it from behind.
Okay, I finally figured it out. I'm sorry, everybody.
There we go. All right. And that's how we're looking. Nothing special, right? So now it's all in the fluff, you guys. So if your bow looks in the beginning or halfway through or after you've tied it off, just look what fluffing those 4 loops can do, right? So it really does wonders, and the more you fluff, the better your bows and your designs will look too. So definitely spend a few extra minutes pulling apart those loops, pulling down those tails, giving everything a good pull to make sure that there's no creases. Maybe I should have done that. Look at that.
So pretty.
What do you guys think of that? I just love this ribbon.
Me too. I love it.
Look at that. Love it. So show some
Really
likes if you guys
pretty.
like that one as well. Thank you, Sandy. All right, so thumbs up. Do you guys want to see a ribbon that's not wired? Us making a bow using non-wired ribbon? Regardless, we're going to need a piece of wire to secure it. So we're going to cut a length of this. Hey, Julie. Barbara said fluff, fluff, fluff. That's right, Barbara. Hey, Edna. Max is here. Place another wire inside. Over 165 of you guys. Thank you for tuning in.
Thank you, everybody,
Right,
for
Lucy, isn't that
joining
pretty?
us.
All right, so here is the non-wired ribbon. See how it doesn't hold its shape? And years ago, if you asked me if I liked that, I would have said no, I didn't like non-wired ribbon. But I'm going to show you guys how pretty it can be. Just look at how graceful those tails are. So we're going to take those tails, place them inside, and there's so many different bows that you can create with this. So don't think it's going to hold up in the exact way that the other bow did, but you're still able to create something very pretty. So again, as always, make sure your ribbon, you leave 1/2 inch to 1 inch of an overhang so that when you go to tighten it, you're not going to lose its shape. And then just create a bunch of loops. So I'm still going to pinch these and twist them. I think, by doing so, you're creating something's happening in the middle where it holds its shape better. So that's why I always twist my ribbons for the best effect.
Yeah, it holds your ribbon better. It holds its shape better when you twist it.
Definitely. So since this is a sheer ribbon and it's thin, I do want to make sure to do enough loops. So we're going to do at least 5 on each side, minimum. And you could also have a tail running in the middle of it if you want. You could add a secondary color, or you could back this with some wired ribbon too for some extra texture.
Now, just so everybody knows, we're going to give away a free roll of our Bowdabra scrunchy ribbon to a winner while Nick is still live. And then after Nick leaves, I'm going to show how to make a doorbell. And after I do that, we're gonna pick a winner for a Bowdabra. So I'm real excited that we're actually going to give a Bowdabra away to somebody tonight.
Yes, so hands up if you guys like the sound of that. All right, so I did 5 on the one side. How many's on this side? 4 on this side. So it goes to show, I like doing things random like that. And I know for those of you guys that are very strict, you're like, how many loops? How many loops? But the reason I like to give you guys, different increments is because when it comes time for you to make your bow, you don't have to necessarily worry as much as you may think. So, I was a beginner once, and I, made my first bow ever once. And I used to be really strict with things, and I've realized and relaxed over the years and found out that it just truly was not as necessary as I thought.
Well, it's kind of
Now we're
like,
going to
Nick,
cut.
when you talk about coloring in the lines. And I can
Mm-hmm.
guarantee you that Picasso's mother never told him to color in the lines.
That's right. And look at that. How pretty is that non-wired ribbon? So, if you ship this to a customer, for those of you with wreath making businesses, for those of you that place this on, your own home, you're not going to be able to fluff it just like you would with a wired ribbon. But I think both wired and non-wired, really looks really, really pretty. So that is the non-wired version. All right, let's do this one. I think this one's very pretty. This one or this one? Let Alex choose. Alex can have a little insight tonight.
I like my left. You're right.
This one.
Yes,
All right.
the 1.5.
So this is wired, but it's the same width as the non-wired one, and this one's just going to hold a lot easier and a lot better. So for this one, what I thought would be pretty is to do no loops. No, not no loops.
No loop bow.
No tails. So I'm going to show you guys how to do a no-tail bow. Well, you could do a no-loop bow too. And we've shown that here in the past. We're going to take a wire, place it in the middle. Sorry if that's getting in the way. We have a lot of bows now. We have 4 bows on the table. We'll take our wire. I always tuck it underneath too, so let me re-show you guys that. Here's our length of wire. Place it inside. And I like to just tuck it underneath to get it out of the way. Then we can move on to the ribbon. So no tails. Place your ribbon inside. And this would be the perfect one for a gift, right? So whether it be a birthday gift, any kind of gift, Christmas gift. That's about a 4-inch loop. We're just going to repeat that process over and over and over again. And to attach this to a present, you could just use a little, like a sticky dot, right? The ones for, paper crafts and stuff. You could do that. What I've been known to do in the past is just to take a little dab of hot glue and place it right on the present or on the wrapping paper, and then glue the bow right down. You could also just use a peach. You could also just use a piece of like Scotch tape or something. Anything.
Actually, I find that glue dots work really well.
Yeah, so did you go through a glue dot phase?
Yeah.
Was it you?
I went through real quick.
One time, I bought Alex a Cricut, you guys, and she bought some tape, and it was like $10 from the craft store. And like an hour later, she's like, I need more tape. I'm like, how do you need more tape? How much tape did you use? And it was a little glue dot, like tape. So, and there's a lot on those sheets, so I don't know where they all went, but she used them. So that is 4 pieces. Let's do the same increments. Let's do 5 on one side and 4 on the other. So now that we've cut it off, we're going to just simply place that back inside. Leave, again, a little bit of an overhang. Take your wires from underneath. 177 of you guys, thank you for tuning in. Let's see if we can hit 200 live viewers. Pull it tight. How was the trip to California? Asked Patricia. It was amazing. We were back last week, right?
Yeah.
2 weeks ago. It's been a while, I feel like.
I know.
So it was great.
What was your favorite part of the
wasn't.
trip?
Well, my favorite thing in San Diego was definitely the zoo. I had so much fun at the zoo, but the rose garden was amazing too. So we went to a beautiful rose garden. But my favorite thing in San Francisco was definitely seeing the Golden Gate Bridge. Alex just kept looking at my reaction. I was so excited to see it. But definitely not the weather, surprisingly.
Yeah.
My first time in California, you guys, it was 40 degrees. So
Oh my
go figure.
gosh.
I know, well, not 40. It was like 50, 52 max.
Yeah.
So very cold. All right. And they said the week before we went there, it was like 80.
Yeah. Wrong week for us.
Wrong week. So there is a simple little bow that you can add to presents. You could add some like curling ribbon between these loops. I think that would look really nice. You could add some flowers around it. There's so many different ways to, enhance this on top of a present. You can also take this ribbon and wrap the present with it so it looks like it was, attached on the present. And then just plop this right on top. Okay, so we have time for a simple bow and a wreath. So that is our final separate bow. Now we're going to make a bow for the wreath itself. So we're going to cut another length of wire. I'm just starting reeds. Winning this would be awesome. How is beautiful Yaya? She is beautiful and amazing, and she is doing great. She's doing great. She's cute as a button. But Yaya celebrated her 81st birthday last week. So wait,
Wow.
that was have we been on Bowdabra since Mother's Day? When was Mother's Day, you guys? No?
Mother's Day
Yeah,
was last weekend.
Last Sunday.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
I hope all of you guys that I haven't seen since Mother's Day had a great Mother's Day. But we're gonna start with the length of tails. 181. Let's see if we can hit 200 tonight, you guys. Make sure to share this video.
Welcome, everyone.
And we're going to be picking
Yes.
very soon. We're going to pick the winner for the Bowdabra scrunchy ribbon. And then we'll pick the winner of the Bowdabra after I finish my presentation.
Yes. So for this bow, we're going to try something even more different. Watch what I'm going to do. Ready? There is one tail. There is two tails. We have 3, 4. Do a few smaller ones for good luck. 5.
And I have to say
6,
hi to your dad. Hi, Steve.
7. There is Dad. From Illinois. Yeah, let us know where you're from. All right, so this is one of my favorites, and Dad actually chose this ribbon. He loves polka dots, so clearly, because we have how many polka dot ribbons?
We have every color.
Every color. Dad loves his polka dots. And I think this is a perfect neutral everyday ribbon. So it's got that burlap base, and then it's got white polka dots. But we're going to take our wires now. So to show you guys in slow motion, once you place your wire in half, you're going to have a cut end and then a loop on the other side. We are going to just simply feed that cut end through the loop and pull it tight. Thank you for all the hearts. We are 8 viewers away from 200 live viewers. So let's see if we can do it. So Dad said, hi, Sandy. All right, coming back to the wreath. Here we have an 18-inch grapevine. We're going to take our wire, place it around, bring the other ends through, and then tie it. Is this easier?
Yeah.
There we go.
You know you've been crafting when you run out of room on your table.
I know. Look at all the bows, you guys. 200 live viewers. Woohoo! Thank you guys for tuning in.
And everybody be sure to follow Bowdabra so you'll be notified when we go live.
Dovetail. And don't forget too, you guys, Bowdabra has a free crafting group, the Bowdabra Fan Gallery, as well as the Nick's Seasonal Decor Crafting Community. Both groups are great groups for those of you looking for some added inspiration. So, wreath making, bow making, there's so many talented designers and members in both groups that you can definitely learn a thing or two from. So I'm just doing the same thing.
And both groups are free.
Yes, both groups are free. So just fold in half and cut from the middle. Some of these look a little dovetailed, but they're not. You want that crisp, clean dovetail. So make sure you're using sharp scissors as well. And I don't think I've ever sharpened a pair of scissors. I usually just go until that they're, no longer good. Now what we can do is pull apart those loops.
I
Ooh, I
saw a
say loops.
hack.
There
I
are
don't know
no
if it
loops.
works, but someone said use dryer the dryer sheets to sharpen your
Mm-hmm.
scissors.
Well, maybe. I heard tinfoil.
Yeah, that would work. Tinfoil makes more sense.
Okay, there we go. Over 221 of you guys now. What do you think of that for something different? I forgot that I had an
Very
18-inch
pretty.
grapevine. If I knew I had an 18-inch, I would have made the bow a little bit bigger. But we're going to compensate for that with some flowers. But I still think, what a unique way. I mean, look at that. That's very cool, very different, and no loops. So for those of you scared of loops, you cannot be scared of this bow. I mean, we just cut a bunch of strips of ribbon and tied them together. So you absolutely can do this. So now we have some pretty florals to work these in.
It looks like a flower.
It
It's like
does look like a
a
flower. And it
petals.
looks similar to the poinsettia tutorial. Remember that one,
Mm-hmm.
Sandy? The tutorial you
Yes,
sent me? Maybe there's an
exactly.
extra too.
Yeah, we have a
So,
bunch of ribbon making tutorials, and our YouTube channel, we have almost 800 how-to videos there. So there's a lot of videos.
so now we can take these flowers, dip them in our hot glue, and just simply work them in.
Oh, congratulations, Juanita Kurosaki, watching from Southern
Congratulations.
California. You won a roll
Woo!
of our Bowdabra scrunchy ribbon.
Congrats.
Congratulations.
And all you have to
That's
do is
awesome.
PM Bowdabra on Facebook, and we will send you out a roll of scrunchy ribbon. Just let me know if you want silver, gold, or red.
So I usually would be a red guy, but lately, well, not lately, I feel like it's been 2 years that I've been loving silver. So I would choose the silver, but all three are a beautiful color.
I like the silver personally. I think it's really pretty.
So to cover up the middle, you can actually work in a flower. So let's just trim this up a little bit, dip it in our glue skillet, and place it inside. So that is one flower bush. We have a couple. Let's work in a second one. And I think that hot pink would add a nice little contrast. So don't be afraid to work with colors, you guys, because I was afraid for years. So Alex is a huge fan of lots of color, and I've been kind of breaking my no color mindset in the garden. So if I can work in color, you can too. So
I
these
love
look
the
like little
colors.
zinnias.
You know, I love the contrast with this bright pink too. I think it'll be
I think
pretty.
it's perfect for summer. You could work in a sign. You could work in anything, really, whatever you want.
Yeah, we're gonna I'm when Nick is done, I'm gonna make a door bow and another bow with the mini Bowdabra. And then we're going to give away a Bowdabra, which is kind of fun. And then we'll be done in time for you to go watch Nick on his live at Nick's Seasonal Decor.
Busy night for
I
both of
know.
us, Sandy.
Yeah,
But we wouldn't have it any other way, right?
no, it's
I
too
mean, who
much
doesn't
fun
want to
working with you
work with
guys.
ribbon? That's right. I mean, look at how simple and pretty and inexpensive and easy that was. Just a couple flower bushes. You can make this as complicated as you would like. You could work in some greenery. You could work in some additional flowers. Like I said, you could add a sign. You could also tie a piece of ribbon to hang it from top. How I secure my wreaths to my walls and my doors is I use command strips. So I never really share that secret, but it's not really a secret. It's the easiest thing. So, for those of you looking for hangers, you can of course do the over the door hanger, but I do think command strips are sometimes the better way to go because I've never had an issue with them peeling paint or falling off. But after a few hundred reeds have been on them, that's when they fall off. So thank you all so much for watching. That is going to conclude our live. We made the wreath. We made this beautiful non-wired sheer ribbon bow. We made this wired ribbon traditional monarch bow. How many bows did we make? We made this yellow bow, and we made a bow with no tails, which is perfect for presents. So you can find all of the supplies available at nickseasonaldecor.com. Congratulations once again to Juanita, I believe, for winning a free roll of scrunchy ribbon. Thank you, Sandy, for having us, and be sure to check the calendar at some point this week, and we will have our future Bowdabra dates in it. So
Thank
now it's
you.
time to watch Sandy. So
So
Sandy's
now
going to
we're
be
going to go
giving
to
away a
me.
Bowdabra. Now you
And
got
yes,
Sandy. So
we are going to give away a Bowdabra, and I'm going to show you how to make a patriotic doorbell for Memorial Day. So we will get started with that right now, and so I can see the comments. Um, and I need to find my wire. Oh, here we go. So I'll take my Bowdabra bow wire, and I'm going to fold it in half, and we're just going to lay this down into my Bowdabra, and I'm just going to tuck the ends underneath. So, hi, Edna. Hi, Mindy. Hi, Constance. Yeah, thank you, Nick, so much. It's so awesome. So now I'm going to now these ribbons are in our patriotic ribbon kits, which are a very good deal that you can get at bowdabra.com. And all I've done is cut pieces and I've already dovetailed the ends. Oh, whoops, I'm actually making it wrong. I forgot to put my base bow for the door bow in there. I'm going to actually stand up for this. So I'm just going to put this in here and just scrunch it in and make a big loop. So you can make huge deco mesh bows right in the Bowdabra. And I'm just going to unroll this. Oh, whoops, let's cut that. One thing that I hate when these are connected, but we got it. That's without ruining my scissors, I hope. Okay, so now I'm going to fold this back over and make a big loop there. And then I'm just going to fold the mesh back over here and make a loop on this side. And just scrunch that in my Bowdabra. And we have our big loop. What am I doing here? Okay, there we go. And now I'm going to take my ribbon. I'm just going to take the blue and lay this down in here. And take my patriotic ribbon and lay this down. And take my red and my patriotic. And I have a couple of different patriotic ribbons that I'm using in here. And we'll take our blue. Now this is just a really thick burlap that I'm using here. And I absolutely love this ribbon. And what's cool is I love this season because it really becomes patriotic. And there's all kinds of wonderful ribbons on the market now that we can use for patriotic bows. So now what I'm going to do is, like Nick always says, I'm going to leave about an inch there so that it stays in my Bowdabra and twist it. And I think I'm going to probably make about 3 loops on each side. So bring that back over and twist and bring it back over. So you can see there's a lot of stuff in my Bowdabra right now. And that's what's really cool. Thank you, Mindy. Yeah, I think it's beautiful ribbon too. I absolutely love this one. And we'll fold it back over. And we have 3 and 3. And then now I'm just going to do a little button loop or half a loop. And just cut this here. And next week, I will be live and we're going to, it will start again at 4 p.m. Pacific, 5 Central, 5 Mountain, 6 Central, and 7 Eastern. And I'll show you in a minute what I'm going to teach you how to make, and you'll be blown away that you can make this entirely in the Bowdabra. So I'll just flip that over. Whoops, and tie a knot. And I'm just going to fluff this out. And every week we do pick a winner on our live. And sometimes we pick from the replays as well. So if you're watching the replay, definitely let me know. And we'll just fluff this out, fluff it. And just kind of bring our tails down here. And you can see you have an absolutely gorgeous, super simple to make doorbell, or you could even put this onto a wreath. So let me know what you think. I would love to see love. And I'm going to take this aside. And thank you, Shirley. And now I'm going to show you next week. I'm going to actually show you how to make this beautiful swag or centerpiece and literally put it all into the Bowdabra. You're going to be blown away, and I'm definitely going to be making this on the live next week. I'll put that aside, and now I'm going to grab my mini Bowdabra, and it is huge. Cindy, it's really big, and it's amazing what you can actually put into the Bowdabra. So Linda, I'm going to show you how to make a real pretty bow right now. Actually, I'm going to use a regular Bowdabra for this one and tuck the end underneath. And I'm going to use our really pretty, let's cut 2 tails from here. And cut this here, and just again, we're just dovetailing and dovetail the ends there. Get this off the table. And so now I'm going to just put my green in and then my yellow. And I have this green too. Actually, you know what? Okay, guys, I'm a liar. I'm going to make this in the mini. So, because it's going to be a smaller bow. So we'll put this in here and take this here. And I want to take a piece of my gingham check and just cut that. And it would probably be a good idea for me to hold my scissors correctly and do my dovetail there. So we're just going to put that in here. And I'm going to take one more ribbon and I'm going to fold this. Thank you. Yeah, it really is a beautiful swag. And we're going to make it on the live next week. So definitely mark your calendars to join me next week for the live. So now what I'm going to do is just take these 2 ribbons, make sure I have the right sides up, and we're just going to twist it, and we're just going to make little loops. That's why I went to the mini Bowdabra, because I wanted my loops to be smaller, and it's harder to make smaller loops on the big Bowdabra. So we'll just go like that, and I'm going to make 3 loops here, because then when I fluff it out, it's going to look really pretty. So we'll just bring this and scrunch that in, and then what I'm going to do is take my my 2 green ribbons and put them together, and I'll start on this side. And just fold this back over. So you can make pretty nice sized bows in the mini Bowdabra. And I really love doing this. Plus you can make obviously hair bows in the mini Bowdabra and in the big Bowdabra. From Ontario, hi Pam, thank you so much for watching and commenting. I really appreciate everybody who comments. And now I'm going to just do a little button loop here. My ribbon I get from Bowdabra.com. We have all of these ribbons that I'm using on our website. And scrunch this down in here. And take the ends. And now I'm going to pull it through my slip knot. And pull it tight while it's still in my mini Bowdabra. Pull it out. And separate the ends. And tie a knot. And tie another knot. Oh, Jackie's a first-time viewer. Cool. I'm so happy you're here. And bring this around here. And all I'm doing is just fluffing everything out. And we'll fluff this one and this. So we're just making a little itty bitty bow, but it's got lots and lots of loops, which you can definitely do even in the mini Bowdabra. Somebody told me that she loves to throw her mini Bowdabra in her purse to take with her because she can use it when she's like on vacation and gift wrapping for the family, like the holiday time. And bring these around here. And you have a really pretty little bow. Super, super simple. So thanks you guys so much. Would you like to see me make one more bow? I can make another one in the mini Bowdabra, in the regular Bowdabra if you like. And then after that, we will definitely be picking our Bowdabra winner. So let's go here. And for those of you that missed it earlier, we're going to show you how to make this entire swag or centerpiece in the Bowdabra next Monday when I do my live. I'll put that aside and take my wire, and I've got it folded in half, and I'm going to lay it down into my Bowdabra. And let's pick some pretty ribbons. I think I'll take this one and this one. Let's see what we have here. Oh, I even have a tail cut. So I'm just going to clip this. Jill, thank you. Jill said, of course I'd want to see you make another bow. Okay, so now I'm going to just take this and put this in here. And actually, I think this ribbon will be really pretty with this. Put this down in here. And now I'm going to make my loops. So again, I'm going to leave a little bit of a tail here. And then I'm going to fold it back over and twist it. And I like to use my wider ribbon. So this is a 2.5 inch on the outside of on the back of my bow. And bring this back over here. And oh, thanks everybody for, Pam, thank you. Yeah, it's going to be really fun next week. We'll make that swag for sure. I think I'm going to stop here. I have like 3 loops on each side, and we'll just let me have another tail here. And then I'm going to take my posy ribbon here, and we'll put this back over there. And I love mixing and matching ribbons because I think it gives a really good look to your wreaths or your presents as well. So fold that back over. And thank you. Sue Cox, you won the Bowdabra. Congratulations, Sue. I'm so excited for you. Fold this back over. And, I think next week we'll give a Bowdabra away too. So make sure that you tune in next week. And I'm going to just clip this here. And now I'll take my Bowdabra wand and give everything a really good push. And so now I've committed myself next week on the live. We will give away a Bowdabra and a roll of scrunchy ribbon. So there'll be 2 winners next week on our live. So I'm going to separate the ends and bring it around to the back. And I'm going to make that beautiful swag. I'll also make another door bow and probably a wreath. So it'll be a fun night. And we might go a little long, but that's okay. And bring that there. And now I'm just going to fluff it out. And and what's cool is these are wired ribbons. So I can kind of move them and fluff them by putting my fingers in the bow. And then bring this around here, bring this one over here, and just puff everything out. So thanks everybody for joining, and for those of you who shared, I really, really appreciate it. And if you haven't already followed us on Bowdabra, please make sure that you do. So we have this beautiful bow, and there you have it. So remember that we also made this beautiful doorbell, which is super simple, and we made a cute little bow over here. So I hope you guys enjoyed the live tonight, and I will look forward to seeing you all next week. Thanks so much for joining me. Bye.